All
A
right,
lot of
let's
rain up
see.
here.
We may end up just going live again because that was happening to me.
We're live.
Are we?
Yeah, it says it on my computer.
Okay, well, fuck it, we're
Not on
live.
mine.
Hey.
All right. Yeah, I see it now too. Okay, at least we're all here, and we're all almost in costume. Brucey is dressing as MJF.
Yes. Thank you. I'm
A
glad you
man,
recognize my costume.
a manlier MJF, if I may add, because with all the hair, the beard fuzz and all.
Yeah.
It's like, you know how Wade Barrett dressed as Bad News Barrett? Brucey is dressing as the high class with MJF mark.
Nice.
That's right.
All right, we got the tweet and the post up. Yay. So hopefully we'll get some people in here with us in YouTube land.
Everyone in the world could see you. We're live. On
We're
YouTube.
live. I'm wearing a fucking mask. I can't breathe. I can't smoke.
I'm a banana.
That shit is bananas. B-A-N-A-N-A-N. No, you know what Wendy's dressed as? The bourbon banana.
No.
I've had this banana for years, and when I worked at Trader Joe's, I wore it one time, and this small child jumped onto my back, dressed like a monkey, and screamed out, "My banana!" And I was like, "Get it off me!" It was borderline traumatic. I was like, "What the hell is happening?"
Get it off of me.
And then I had another small child approach
Yes,
me
Wendy's
and say,
wearing a banana, Caleb. Yeah.
Hey, Kirby.
"I'm way too excited about being a banana."
I'm way too excited about this Iron Man mask, so we're all good.
Cool.
Grab my can of Coke. Nope.
Wait, what?
Thank you, sir.
Can of Coke. Can of Coke.
Can of Coke, please.
Yes.
Peter! Hi, Peter!
Oh man, I haven't even gotten on there yet. Hold on.
I'm being healthy today with a smoothie.
Okay, so that's not helping me either. I tried to set up the tablet next to me
Top
so I could
Pro
see,
Detective Agency.
we're gonna be cracking cases tonight, fellas and
We're
ladies.
serious detectives, y'all.
Can't you see we are all serious detectives here?
Say word.
I am Iron Man. Oh, crap. Damn, I didn't think that through either. Anybody got a straw? Happy Halloween, Brian.
Rescue.
Good to see you, my friend. Okay. I think we got everything. I got the wheel up in the background. Oh, shit, we need the intro. I don't even have the intro yet. I feel so bad, guys. This usually doesn't pop on live as soon as I click the button, and it did today. So you're getting a lot of extra content, which is a good thing and a bad thing because, like, we're not ready, but we're going to sit here and entertain you anyway as much as we can, but we're not ready. So I'm, like, rushing in the background. Now I'm going to pull
Ready,
this.
but we're not ready.
We should be. We're not. And I'm sure it's going to play the intro even though I didn't ask it to. There it is.
Which one?
Every time.
Xbox. You're answering it?
All right.
Are you answering it?
What? Okay, so I'm finally prepared. Oh, there's one of the high class kids. Happy Halloween. Oh, Kirby's catching up. Well, I mean, not Kirby, PETA. PETA's catching up. It's so hard to read in this damn thing. I can't do shit in this. Oh, that's better.
That's giant banana.
I need a giant banana costume. I really do.
Oh no!
I feel like I'm just waiting for Wendy to go, "It's peanut butter jelly time."
Fun fact, my younger brother hates that. So sometimes I'll do it just for fun.
Peanut butter jelly with a baseball bat.
Peanut butter jelly, peanut butter jelly, peanut butter jelly and a baseball bat. I'm still gonna have to wear this. That's gonna be my birthday gift to him. Just me in this banana suit doing the peanut butter jelly time.
Doing the peanut butter, nice. Very nice. I want video of that because I want to see him get mad.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. Last time I did it, he just straight like literally kicked me right in the ass. It was a
Oh,
foot to ass. I was like, what the hell? People do this?
foots
Yeah.
to asses. All right. I
Yep.
think we're all ready to go. Brucey, you want to do the intro?
I'll let you do it this week.
You gonna let me do it? Oh man, through
Yeah.
a
Through a mask.
What a gentleman.
Yeah, he's so sweet, isn't he?
I've been dying for Wendy to do it, but she just won't do it.
I know. She said she
I
needs
do
practice.
outros, not intros.
I do
I like to be
outro.
introduced.
We gotta get you to do the intro one time though. All right, hold up.
And then maybe I'll do it for my birthday. That'll be like
Let me
my
get-
birthday special gift.
Let me get in costume. Okay, we're good. Share this. I can actually see it. Can y'all see it?
Yep.
Yay.
All right, well, fuck it. 3, 2, 1, here we go. It's the mask, right? It's muffling my voice, isn't it? Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of fuck it, all ages, happy Halloween and welcome back to another episode of Top Rope Wrestling Talk. I am thankfully joined by the entire TRWT3, which includes the First Lady of Top Rope Wrestling, the Bourbon Banana, everybody's favorite grandma, but if you can't remember all that, I guess you could just call her Latina Heat, Wendy.
Viva la raza! If you're not cheating, you're not trying. We lie, we cheat, we steal. We lie, we cheat, we steal. Mama, see now, we got that passion.
And I am Iron Man. Anywho, and of course to the side of me, because I don't know how things are looking, but I know Wendy's below us. So to the side of me is my homeboy, the founder of Top Rope on Facebook, the man with the majestic beard, the biggest MJF mark of all time, beyond a shadow of a doubt, the one and only Bruce.
I am better than you.
Yes, I am.
And he knows it.
Yes, I do.
And he knows it.
See? And of course, I am the 17, if you count the last pay-per-view, 18-time champion, the soundboard extraordinaire, the master impressionist, the jack of all trades, the master of absolutely none. The guy that posted that clip that made Bruce say, really, really, really? And my response to that was, what did you expect? Because
I'm the bad guy.
No, you've got to go back to the other one, please.
He changed it.
no, that wasn't even my sound. That was just my explanation to you. You said, really? I said, duh. I'm Dom, y'all. Good to see you.
Damn, that's a cold ass honky.
I'm also that.
You had me nervous there for a second.
All those reallys, and that's all that went through my head was like, I'm the bad guy. Duh. When this all started throughout Always Forever, I'm the bad guy.
Yeah.
So anyway, it is so great to have everybody back, to have our live audience fill it up on Foxden already.
These liars told you Hell in a Cell was good.
What?
What was that? To have somebody hack into the feed all of a sudden? I don't know what that was. That was kind of scary.
No, Jose was talking to me, but I have my headphones on. I don't think he realizes that. And
Oh,
it just picks them up as well.
hi, Jose. So it is good to be back. It's nice to see the audience piling up. We had a busy week last week, transitioning into a busy week this week. You know, I don't know if either of you know this, because I didn't really say it, but the reason I brought the Wheel of Wrestling in the first place, and Brucey had to have it, we've kept it throughout this almost year, is I remember Halloween Havoc. I remember spinning that wheel, making that deal. And since they came back yesterday, and since we've been doing it long before that, guess what's back, folks? Anybody? The wheel. Fully customized with our own logo on it and a crap load of topics just for you.
All right, so I see the one that I really want, so I'm not even gonna say it because last time the one I really wanted, it wasn't until the very end.
Because
of
every
the
time you
show.
say you really want one, it ends up being last. I get it. I
Yeah.
totally get it.
I ain't saying shit.
Well, that's fine. I'm gonna give this bitch a wheel. We're gonna get a whirl.
This bitch a wheel.
I'm gonna give this wheel a whirl.
It's a wheel. It goes around.
This helmet is pinching my brain. Sorry. I'm gonna give this thing a spin. We're gonna get this show rolling. It's gonna be great. I hope everybody enjoys. Well, let's get to it, shall we?
That took a lot longer than it should have. Okay.
And we land smack bang on AEW Dynamite.
Okay. I can do this.
Yeah, we can dig that, right? Like, I should have removed it, but okay.
Dynamite.
Oh, no, don't spin again.
What are you doing?
Well, that happened.
I hit remove, it hit spin. So yeah, we know. No, we're gonna stick to, sorry about that, AEW Dynamite. And
Okay.
we had a few things. And the first topic from AEW Dynamite was the Young Bucks basically pulling a Cody and announcing that if they don't win the tag titles at Full Gear, they're never going to challenge again. So the question becomes, do the Young Bucks now win the tag titles at Full Gear against FTR?
Yes.
Yeah, I see that.
I say yes because they've gone a year, the whole first year without winning the tag titles. They've willingly put other tag teams over that have the title.
Lots.
Like they've actually shown that they're vice presidents before champions.
Right. No, I totally hear you. I love Devin's response. Was it like they're going to lose the tag team titles, and the following Dynamite they're going to announce that there are TNT tag titles?
Yeah.
I was like, wow, you and I share a brain. I'm not gonna lie, homie.
Seriously, that's what it felt like when they did that, and I was like, really, you guys?
But
like,
yeah,
But here's the thing though, like they probably didn't even plan on holding the tag titles. But by them putting the stipulation in, just same thing with Cody, like when they lose, then all the dirt sheets and everybody else won't have nothing to talk about, them going after the tag titles or not winning the titles yet because they can't challenge for them yet, so they can just go about their business without people talking shit in the long run.
yeah, this is true. I'm gonna take your. I'm gonna basically say, I burned myself with Cody last year, saying like, there's no way they're gonna take him out of the title picture. He's beating MJF, or he's beating Jericho, yada yada yada. And then it didn't happen, and I look like a damn fool. I'm afraid to do that again. I really am. So I'm gonna play it safe this time. I'm gonna say FTR wins and the Bucks get taken out of the title picture, just like Peter did. And it's his birthday, so I'm siding with the birthday boy. Or it was yesterday, so I'm siding with the birthday homie. Peter, you and I are rolling together. Bucks will lose. Bucks will be out of the title picture. They'll still have great matches with tag teams, and they'll still be a player in the tag division, but they're going to lose. I'm not getting burned like I did Cody last year. If it happens, I'm happy. If not, oh well, I told you. It's that simple.
sense with this one because I could honestly see it going either way.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I would like to see them not win. I would like to see FTR retain and other tag teams be given more opportunities, like
Right.
Proud and Powerful and Lucha Bros. Just saying. I'm gonna swing that way. I'm gonna go with they don't win it. FTR retains, and yeah.
Okay. Man, the wheel collapsed on me. That sucks. So many technical issues tonight. Sorry, guys. I think I got it back now. But should we continue with the AEW Dynamite, or should I spin the wheel? Because there's a couple other questions we can get into, but we can kind of keep it on the wheel and spin, or we can keep going. It's up to you guys.
Let's just stay on AEW and then we'll go back to the
With
wheel.
AEW real quick because there was a lot that happened and it was actually a really good show.
There really was. It was definitely the best show of the night, in my opinion. But yeah, just quick comments. Peter obviously said the Bucks will lose. There's a lot of people say that FTR is going to lose because the Bucks won't be taken out of the title picture.
They haven't been in it anyways. And when they were, they lost.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was a lot. I guess the next thing we'll get into is the title tournament and the matches that were.
Amazing.
We're gonna start right off where AEW started off, which was Wardlow and Hangman. Grandma Wendy, please give us your thoughts because I know you want to. You're sitting there sweating in that banana now.
I really am. I'm shifting here. No, like as someone who had seen some of Wardlow's matches on the YouTube retroactively to see what he was about and not just drool over him, mostly to drool over him. Like I knew what he was going in with. He is actually a great wrestler, so it was awesome being able to see him actually showcase his skill set with an equally competent wrestler, and not just in like a gimmicky. Not that cage matches are gimmicky, but it was like an actual legitimate match, like no bullshit, no frills, nothing. Just you, me, let's do this kind of thing. So it was really cool getting to see him. Am I sad that he lost? Yes. Was it expected? Yes. So it doesn't hurt as much, you know.
Definitely.
This banana ain't badly bruised.
And I'm gonna pull my mask up so I could do a little Tony Stark tribute and just say, well, you're not wrong. That match was basically no frills. It showed a lot of what Wardlow is capable of, which we haven't seen yet. Because a lot of the outside of Cody, and the first round with Jungle Boy, he's never had a competitor like Hangman and had a match like that. So to see him get drugged into deep waters and take a little bit of beating and still bounce back and fight through and lose by that much showed a lot about what he can do. So I was impressed with him. I expected him to lose, but I was still kind of upset like you when it happened. Because it was like, damn, you just showed out, dude. I wasn't too upset afterwards because then MJF says, well, if you would have won, I would have just taken your title. It's like, oh, come on.
That pissed me off. I was like, nope, because he deserves better. Deserves so much better.
I knew Brucey would rejoice because see the clip from a couple of days ago, and Wendy would be mad as hell. And I'm definitely not rejoicing, but I was mad when I heard that. It's like, no, you're not gonna let this guy go through this whole tournament, win the title, and be like, give me that, it's mine, man.
I believe
that's a bitch made move.
I believe I said it 2 weeks ago when they announced Wardlow in the tournament that if he were to win, MJF would take the title or insert himself in the title match.
Yeah.
It's one thing to insert yourself, though. It's another thing to be like, and thank you, I'll be taking that like a bitch ass.
Exactly. And I believe it was last week that Wendy asked the question. No, I'm just saying. But yeah, even let's see. Brian says Wardlow is a beast. Kirby says the match was awesome, but it was kind of sad. And again, well, you're not wrong. And
I think this opens him up to more opportunities, though. Like now that we're seeing more of what he can do, I think it'll definitely open up more doors for him.
And moving forward, I got to start this one because this is my guy, and I got to say, the match with Pentagon and Kenny Omega was just. I mean, if Wardlow and Page was good, Kenny and Penta was just 10 times better. It was, like we saw the cleaner start to emerge, especially when Penta took off the glove, tried to throw it to the referee, and the cleaner grabs it and smacks him in the fucking face with it.
I was like, oh,
that is some cleaner type shit.
That's what I'm all about.
That's what we were looking for last week. But it's a lot easier to pull that on Pentagon than it is on Sonny Kiss. People get mad. People expect it with Pentagon, but people get mad with Sonny. So this was probably smart thinking on AEW's part. The match itself was amazing. I mean, there were times where I literally like jumped up and thought, Pentagon's got it. Oh shit, it was 2. Like he hit him with the package pile driver after a super kick and a few other things. And I was like, "Oh, dude, Kenny's done." Like they had
many
me.
good close calls though, because sometimes you'll be watching a match and it'll be a close call and it's just frustrating and it's
Like
angry. But
here's
here it was like, oh, and it keeps going. Let's do this.
Yeah,
It was actually
like no
thrilling.
lie. Here's me right in the palm of Dynamite's hand. Like we got you.
Right?
Like, yes, you do.
Yes. I was not mad at it.
I am not only Iron Man tonight. I am a sucker because you got me. But it was a tremendous match. It was. I think I can't remember if it was Philippe. I know it was me saying that might have been one of the best matches on Dynamite ever. It might have been the best.
It was a damn good match
ever. And I'm like, well, you're not wrong.
So I read probably one of the most foolish things a smart could say, because I in another group. I know
he
I
loves
read,
Muppetry.
Oh, I love Muppetry, but like in another group, I remember reading at one point. I think it might have been the same guy or someone else. Doesn't matter. Talking about how they wish they could have the cleaner back. They want the cleaner from New Japan and all of this stuff. And I just saw a post on there today saying, "Is AEW making Kenny Omega too powerful?" And
Which one?
I read it, I stopped, and I thought about it. Like, okay, you guys wanted the cleaner in AEW. This is what the cleaner from New Japan would do in AEW.
Exactly. Like, which one do you want?
This is it. This is like he squashed Sonny Kiss in 2 seconds. That is what the cleaner would do.
Yeah, he slapped the taste out of Pentagon's mouth with his own glove. That's what the cleaner would do.
He had a 5-star match with Pentagon on live
again.
That's what the cleaner does.
And I love that when he took off his shirt. When he took off his shirt before the match, he still had the Mega Championship on his waist. It was like, oh, that's a fuck you.
It was like, this bitch.
That's a huge fuck you. That's some cleaner shit too. So if you
that
want
is exactly cleaner shit.
That you can't really say he's too powerful. I'm mad, but I'm trying to take a breath, and I want to give you like my detailed analysis on this. And all I can say is,
waka waka.
End of analysis.
Like anyone who says he's getting too powerful, obviously you never watched New Japan Cleaner. You never understood it. You never got it. You just weren't there for it.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's stupid of people to be like, oh, that's not what I wanted. Well, you're a dumb bitch, because that's who he was, and that's who he's gonna be, and that's how he's gonna be. And you can just suck the farts out my ass with your whininess.
Peter's over here saying, "I'm not listening because I'm watching that match right now, assholes." But Brian said Kenny and Penta was clearly match of the fucking night. Yes,
it was.
It's nothing against Wardlow and Hangman. They put on a hell of a show.
They put on a damn good match, but
they got topped by the rematch of All In, and that match was fucking 5-star in my opinion. So you can't really complain. Like that's a high bar for you to get to or get over Wardlow and Hangman. Sorry.
They didn't draw the viewers that my boy MJF did.
Okay, well, that was going to be the next question. Was what you guys thought of the town hall meeting that broke down, leading to MJF and Jericho at Full Gear, and what do you think of that match? Who's going to win? Like the whole, we need to talk about this shit because this is a match that I thought we would never get. I've sat here and said week after week after week, AEW might have two of the best heels in pro wrestling on their roster, in Jericho and MJF. So the last thing you thought was these two are going to get in a wrestling ring. Come next week, these two are getting in a wrestling ring.
Yep.
So this can go one of two ways. Jericho lays down for MJF. And he gets the 1, 2, 3, and that's it. That's the quick, simple, stupid way.
Right.
But the really awesome way is to have MJF lose to Jericho and not get in the inner circle, but then his guys come out and jump the inner circle, and he has his own faction.
So that way I'm right.
Or he joins FTR and Sean Spears. And
Do you think he'll like shop around, so to speak, groups? Like he'll kick tires and be like, "Oh, inner circle, I didn't get in there. Let me try with these guys. Let me try
Well,
with those
I
guys."
feel like AEW, or I mean, I feel like MJF is not going to go for second choice in AEW. You know what I mean? Like, if he wants to be in the inner
No.
circle, it's going to be the inner circle. He's not going to be like, oh, well, maybe I'll turn around and join hey,
No.
Morgan, maybe I'll turn around and join, like, Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus now or something.
that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying he's not shopping around. I'm saying he's
No, I was
already
talking about
in
with Wendy.
cahoots with them.
I get it. I was talking about with Wendy. She was saying, do you think he'll turn around and do that? I think if he doesn't get in the inner circle, he's going to come up with something of his own because he doesn't
Oh,
do
yeah.
like that. Oh, well, you didn't get me,
Fair,
so
fair.
I'll go over here. It'll be,
That's-
you don't
yeah.
want me. I'll put something together that will kick the shit out of you. I honestly
I see
think,
what you're saying. That makes sense. Yeah.
I honestly think that, because we've got this divide in the inner circle where like Jericho is kind of on board with MJF joining. Hager might be, he was too busy getting ready for an MMA fight.
That
But
he
Sammy and Ortiz are having some big time issues with MJF getting into the inner circle.
I think that was my favorite part of the whole thing when Ortiz was like, complete bullshit. I was like, yeah.
Kirby
Yeah.
says just join Dark Order. I mean, he's corporate, but I don't know. I don't think Mr. Brody would like him very much. He's got a problem with Silver. He's definitely going to have a problem with MJF's mouth.
Yeah. MJF has got way too much ego.
Deadass. Yeah, I mean, he's got way too much ego, way too much mouth, and then you got to worry about Wardlow.
God.
The Brody can't really keep him in check because Wardlow's always going to get in the way. And then can Brody get rid of Wardlow? We don't know. Maybe not. Brody likes to keep guys in order, and he certainly does because he's bigger and stronger than anybody at Dark Order. If now you have to deal with Wardlow, who might be as big, if not bigger, and stronger than you, now it becomes a potential problem. Maybe, the old CEO or the Enlightened one or the Exalted one, whatever you want to call him, gets replaced and MJF takes over. And then that's weird because all the masks go, scarves come in, everybody's got a diamond ring. Chaos is all I'm saying. So
Yeah. Dogs and cats marrying each other.
with-
It's also see.
with the issues
What?
that with the issues that
Groundhog Day.
Sammy, yes, I remember that.
Thank
with the
you.
issues that Sammy and Ortiz have been having with MJF, I wonder if at Full Gear they're going to try to get involved to screw MJF and somehow screw Chris Jericho, allowing MJF into the inner circle. Like, I could see that happening. They're so pissed at MJF
definitely.
that they try to clock him and he ducks, and Jericho gets clocked with something and he goes down and MJF gets a quick 3 count, and all of a sudden, like, here's your newest member. And now everybody's pissed, but they're pissed off at each other. So now there's all this infighting. And do we get rid of Sammy? Do we get rid of Santana and Ortiz because Ortiz is pissed? Do we keep MJF because he kind of got in on a technicality? It leads to all this drama, and TNT's all about that. We know that. She plugged. Not just a hat rack. It's definitely interesting. This is seriously a match I never thought I would see. Like,
It's gonna be awesome.
ever.
Oh, it's gonna be a great match, definitely.
It has the potential to be absolutely phenomenal, like steal the show at Full Gear, which is stacked already. So I can't see I can't imagine what they're going to add to this in the coming week, because they
Most
will
definitely.
literally build and add to the pay-per-view like the week of. There's no such thing as a go-home show for them, from what I've noticed in the first year.
Stu.
What does Stu say?
he said, Grandma, do you have any banana bread?
Unfortunately, no. I'm
She's
not much of a
probably
baker,
She
so
probably got some bourbon in that banana, though. We're not gonna lie. She's like, wait, I think I do.
I do. I just cleaned out my nightstand.
Bourbon banana. See, told you. All right, so I think that was
You okay, Bruce?
everything. That was everything I had planned for AEW. So
Okay.
I guess now the only thing left to do is
Spin that wheel.
spin this wheel, which has
Spin the wheel.
I'm gonna
Spin
spin
the
it as
wheel.
soon as I can
Fucking
find it.
bananas.
There it
Bananas
is.
were.
BANANAS. All right, we got the wheel back.
Bananarama.
Woohoo! All right. Well, I can't take AEW off, so let's hope it don't land on that. Oh yes, I can. Oh, yes, I can. Uh-huh.
Oh,
That-
hey, he fixed it.
Ah, the topic we named the show after, Top Rope Detective Agency. So we have 3 cases from the week that was in wrestling, and people have been asking us so many questions about them, like steadily since probably Tuesday. So I figured, fuck it. Let's put on our sleuthing hats or our Iron Man masks and our banana costumes, as the case may be, and let's try to get to the bottom of some of these recent mysteries. And let's start with Impact, because obviously we knew we had talked about Johnny Bravo and Rosemary getting married last week and how chaotic it was going to be. They got married this Tuesday, and amazingly, no chaos. Whole ceremony went off without a hitch. It was kind of funny, especially to see Fallah Bahh in a Stay Puft Marshmallow costume. That was fucking hilarious.
That was
Perfect.
fantastic.
He didn't even need the little fan thing that blows it up.
like
No.
yeah, because he's Bah, just Bah, Puff, And by the way, the next time someone asks you if you are a god, you say yes. Anyway, sorry, Ghostbusters, couldn't help it. So the wedding went off without a hitch. Even Father James Mitchell was kind of cool, which is not normal for that dude. And Johnny and Rosemary kiss, and then all of a sudden the lights go out. You hear a loud bang, and Johnny's on the floor, blood on his chest. Somebody says, "They shot him." End of episode. I'm going to ask the question that we've had asked time and time and time again since Tuesday night. Who shot Johnny? Grandma.
Kristen Shepard.
Say what?
Kristen Shepard.
Carol Baskin.
Dallas reference. No, do you remember Dallas? Who shot JR? It was Kristen Shepard.
I don't remember. I remember who shot JR, but I never watched the show, so I had no idea.
It's been a while. I had to find it on the YouTubes to refresh the memory. No, but who shot Johnny? That is a good question. I'll be honest, I have no freaking clue. I've been thinking about it earlier, and I was like, I can't think of who it could have been.
Okay, well, let's let Bananarama marinate on that for a minute. And High Class, I know you had a theory.
Yes.
Let everybody in on who you think
I had a like. Well, here now that I'm thinking about the theory, like I think Father Mitchell, James Mitchell, shot him, but shot him on Rosemary's command, so Johnny Bravo can now enter the dark realm or the dead
undead
realm, the undead realm where
he came from,
where Rosemary came from, and lives.
Yeah,
so
and
now
even-
he can go there. So he's
even,
gonna have some crazy makeup and
even James Mitchell just came back from the undead realm. So
Well,
and
Rosemary had to win her match in order for him to.
yeah, unfortunately,
back.
she had to beat Havoc, and she did, and Havoc had to kind of go through with the deal of bring Father James back, even though she didn't want to, and I felt for her. But at the same time, you had the Havoc Kamrana on Saturday night, and that shit was mind blowing. So good news, bad news kind of thing, kind of balance itself out. I can't stop watching that, by the way. Mount for Glory was amazing, but that's another topic. We're gonna move on. The other thing that made me kind of wonder if it was Rosemary or James Mitchell was they both kept bringing up the fact that Johnny Bravo has that virginal blood. And I know you can insert your 40-year-old virgin jokes at the end of this, whether you're in the chat or you're listening to this on Anchor later or whatever. Just put them right here. But I'm wondering if they had worked out something to sacrifice him from the jump, because they kept bringing that up. So your theory makes a lot of sense. I walked into this show with like 3 prime suspects. One of them was Crazy Steve, because obviously they go back a long way, and I'm wondering if Crazy Steve has had something for Rosemary since the days of Decay, and standing there watching her get married was just too much for him to take. So he plotted and schemed and set up the lights to go out so that he could just pop a cap in Johnny's ass and end up comforting Rosemary to finally get her to pay attention to him and show his love.
Okay.
Like demon crazy person, history.
Makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's the prime suspect. If you look on this wall over here, we got the whole detective thing with the lines and the pictures and the kingpins and all that shit. Like
Who is Pepe Silva? Who is Pepe Silva?
Exactly. Okay, so
what the fuck?
It's always sunny in Philadelphia. Who is Pepe Silva? I'm full of references today that no one's getting. This is making me sad.
I'm laughing. That's why I can't say. But yeah.
It's
Did you see what your brother said?
I have indeed.
My sister gone bananas again and adopted inherited brothers. What's up? Hey, how far?
I have. I mean, more so than I already did. I'm further gone.
Okay.
Oh my God.
So my second suspect. Hold up. Sorry, try not to laugh. My second suspect is Supermax. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because Falaba stole his money over the weekend.
Yes.
Supermax confronted him. Fala said he gave it to Johnny as a wedding present. And
then Johnny came around. Johnny came around and was like, "I heard you said this, that, and the third, and I'm gonna tell him that it's all you." And he was like, "No." You're right.
See what I'm saying?
Thank you for refreshing my memory.
You're with me, right? Like Supermax
I'm there.
thought Johnny had his money. Supermax been running after this money, losing it and getting it back for like a month or two now. So if he thought Johnny had it, maybe he's the one that cut the lights and pulled the trigger, walked in, took his money back, and then just walked out. Mm-hmm. But he realized Johnny didn't have it because Fowler still got it. But he didn't know that anyway. He was just like, "Oops, my bad, homie. Sorry I shot you. I'm out."
Sorry. Congratulations.
Now, third and final suspect, as much as I love her, Taya Valkyrie. Because one, Johnny's no longer her lapdog and grew some balls and stood up to her. Two, she was not the center of attention. And we know how homegirl gets when she's not the center of attention. Three, she's never really liked Rosemary. She put up with her for Johnny and for Wrestle House or whatever, but she's never really liked her. So what better way to get back at her than to shoot her now husband for 8 seconds? Because that's what it was. It was 8-7-6.
Pretty much.
He lasted with Rosemary as long as Kofi did with Brock last year. 8 seconds. And in the honeymoon, if he's a 40-year-old virgin, you know how long he would have lasted? 8 seconds.
True.
How long?
Demon or not? 8 seconds.
8 seconds? Okay, I was just checking. I didn't know if I heard you the first time.
Yeah, it's because I mean Ty's a bit of a diva, I know that, but she also has a bit of a temper, as we all know, and she's a little bit crazy, as we all know. So given all these weeks,
what woman isn't?
Well, yeah, but Ty is a little bit above and beyond most women. You gotta admit
vodka
that much.
bottle's getting bigger and bigger every week.
I gotta put up with you two. I gotta make it work somehow.
Again, do I need to? You're not wrong.
It's a big ass bottle of vodka.
But yeah, those are. I like your theory, Brucey. Those were my prime suspects. I don't know if we gave Miss Bananarama a chance to kind of formulate. I think she might have been with me on the Supermax one. I don't know.
I'm with you on that one. That's where I was going with it, because I was actually watching it earlier, like right before the show, and that's why I was kind of stewing on it a little bit earlier. But
so Stu says it's either Lee Harvey Oswald or Bart Gunn because he is the smoking gun.
I was laughing about that.
That was hysterical. He's a smoking gun.
Oh,
true.
Oh, yes, we're playing Clue in wrestling now, Kirby. That's exactly what it is.
Colonel Mustard in the library with the candlestick holder.
Yeah, Supermax from the crowd with a 38. And PETA says, I think it was Taya. Okay. Yeah, that was one of my prime suspects too. All right, I'm glad we got that one out of the way because we still have a couple of cases. This next one isn't exactly a big dramatic mystery, but it's been a pretty big mystery this week nonetheless. And that is the case of Thunder Rosa.
Oh, yes. She's been doing a lot of teasing.
Yes. a lot of talking, a lot of jargon. It's like, uh-oh. But same night Johnny got shot, Thunder Rosa defended the NWA women's title against Serena Deeb and lost.
Yes.
The next morning, we got just bombarded with report after report after report of Thunder Rosa's going to AEW. No, Thunder Rosa's going to WWE. No, Thunder Rosa's going here. She's going there. She's staying with NWA. She's going to AEW. All this stuff. And Thunder Rosa had basically come out and said, like, I know what I'm worth. I'm going to stay independent and do what I do, and yada yada yada. And you were not helping. I love you, Thunder, but you were not helping the situation.
She put out like a short video that was like, there's a lot of rumors, so where am I going? I don't know, kids. Read between the lines. I'm like, what does that mean? What does
there
it
were
mean, Thunder Rosa?
Like, you know, when you say to somebody like read between the lines, you're doing one of these, but she didn't do nothing.
No,
She there was nothing to read between. There was even a picture of her like in her underwear said read between the lines. I'm like, you don't even have panty lines. How am I supposed to read?
There's no lines.
There's not even tan lines. What am I looking
There's
for?
not even a tan line. What am I supposed to find? Am I supposed to like look at the picture in a black light and like AEW show up on your stomach? I know now. But
She'd be stupid to go to WWE.
So the case is, where does Thunder Rosa end up? Who would like to go first?
Fuck it.
Okay, high class. Fuck it.
I honestly, I see her staying in the same situation that she's in. She's working NWA and she's working AEW plus independence. She's gonna have like a dual contract with NWA and AEW, but work her independence as well.
Okay.
That's what's worked best for her so far. So yeah,
Okay.
I'll agree. I could see her doing that.
Now there was some clarification, which is why I've come to the conclusion that we can break the case this way. Mr. William Patrick Corgan tweeted this morning saying that Thunder Rosa is under contract through 2021. He did not say he's planning on releasing her.
No.
So I think you and Brucey are onto something, that she's going to remain with NWA, work with AEW, and furthermore, this is going to somehow create some kind of merger between AEW and NWA, because as Kirby said in our chat, the NWA women's title is on Serena Deeb, who signed to AEW and defended last night. So if she signed with AEW, she's holding the NWA title and defending it on Dynamite, and Thunder Rosa's not going anywhere, I think what I've been saying all along is finally going to come to fruition at some point in the future, and we are going to see a working partnership with NWA and AEW. They've been asking how to restart their show. Well, wouldn't it make sense to restart your show on TNT and bring your wrestlers there instead of losing guys like James Storm to Impact?
I'm still holding hope that third show that's going to be on TV is an all women's show, even if it only starts out as an hour. And that's where they can continue their working relationship with the women's division of NWA. And you can add the NWA women's title as another title.
But imagine just going forward, how cool would it be to see like also we talked about Pope winning the NWA television title from Zicky Dice.
Oh yeah.
How cool would it be to see Pope in an AEW ring standing in front of the TNT champion, whether it be Cody or Darby or whoever the fuck? How cool would it be to have those two square off?
That would be awesome.
You know, how cool would it be if, regardless of Moxley or Kingston coming out of Full Gear with the AEW championship on their shoulder, how cool would it be for them to be in the ring cutting a promo and here comes Nick Aldis down the ramp with Charlotte? I mean, helmet flies right off, mind blown.
But like, it wouldn't just be cool to see these kinds of matches, like, you know, these dream title matches, but also like just matches in general. I would love to see like a trash ass match between Zicky Dice and Joey Janela, like trash on trash, like love it, here for it kind of thing, you know.
And Brian, I did not forget the fact that the NWA women's title match was last night on Dynamite. I just said that. I am Iron Man, and I did not forget. Sorry.
It was mentioned. It is known.
But yeah, I think that's probably. I think Thunder Rosa stays put. I think she works with AEW. I think NWA and AEW work together. You know, especially if if Patrick Corgan is out there saying she's under contract. He did not say I'm releasing her. He didn't say I'm getting rid of her. He said no, you're with me till 2021. So if you want to go someplace else after that, maybe. But until then,
Until further notice.
he didn't say that exactly. I'm just reading into the tweet that he sent. After
Yeah, but that's basically what I read.
Because there were dozens of rumors, and then the next morning, William tweeted this like, "Yo, she's with me." So right here, the world is not a vampire sent to drain. Okay, you're not taking my thunder. Fuck you. All right, I feel like we've kind of cracked that one too. Like we're rolling through it. See, we are great sleuths, is what I'm saying. This is why
we make great detectives.
Okay, the last case file we have comes from last night. Comes from Halloween Havoc. In both Gargano's matches, Johnny and Candice, there was a masked person in the old Scream costume who helped them both. I mean, she hit Damian Priest with a steel pipe, or they hit, I don't know, he or she hit Damian Priest with a steel pipe, then handed Johnny Gargano a tombstone to crack over Damian Priest's head to finally become North American champion on like his 5th try. And then at the end of the night, they had a tables, ladders, and scares match between Io and Candice. And that same mystery person came out when Candice was unconscious and just put Candice on their shoulders, climbed her up the ladder, and tried to sit her on top of the ladder so she could grab the title. Io still won, thank God. The question now is, who the hell was that masked man, woman, person, whatever the fuck you want to call it? This one's tough. This one's actually tough. It could be a few people. I have some suspects. I'm trying to narrow it down. I didn't get time like I did with the others to go through all my strings and my pictures and you know, really set up something so I can figure out, okay, it's you. This one's a little fresher.
No. Wow.
What?
It was just no. It was too weird. It made no. Well, I guess it could make sense because it's WWE. It makes no sense to me, but it probably makes sense to the WWE writers. Like, what if it was Velveteen Dream?
Okay. Okay. I think that would be a little weird, but
Exactly.
okay.
Exactly.
I mean,
that's why I was like, yeah, no.
The
it makes
most
no sense
obvious
to me.
suspect, I think, at least in my opinion, the most obvious suspect on this one is Tommaso Ciampa, because he turned heel, Johnny's heel. They had split up, had the one final beat. Ciampa went and got his ass kicked for a while, came back badder, meaner, straight heel, straight Ciampa before the neck injury. So what's to say he doesn't have a change of heart and try to put this whole thing back together with Gargano because he believes in the way now?
Or what if it is Ciampa trying to get Gargano to get the title in order to win it from him, in order for writers to continue that? Yeah. And that's a way to continue their rivalry, because it actually has been a good one, no matter how long drawn out it gets, and no matter how many times they're like, this was the last time we fight. Writers always find a way to put them back together.
We brought up at the one final beat, like they might tell you.
Triple H.
Yeah, we brought up when they had the one final beat match. They might tell you this is the last time, but in wrestling, it never is, because
it never is.
Then we had that 4-way Iron Man match, and 2 of the 4 people were the people in the final beat match. So here we go again. So if that's
how many times have wrestlers retired and come back? Like, there's never a final.
You never say never in wrestling. Never, ever.
No.
Ever. Like I said, I never thought we'd see Jericho and MJF. Here we are. So you never say never in wrestling. If the whole one final beat thing is out the window, then I don't see why DIY isn't on the table, or why Gargano and Ciampa wouldn't join forces again. So he's like my prime suspect. The next person in line after him would be the woman who was sending them TVs and handing Candice brass knuckles and doing all that, and that's Indy Hartwell. Because she's been helping Candice but she helped Candice become #1 contender and keep the #1 contendership spot last week.
This is true, but apparently, from what I've read, she was not at the taping because of Rona.
Okay. That's
Yeah,
a
but that
good
doesn't-
alibi. though.
Allegedly.
That's a great alibi if you think about. Oh, well, I had
Mhm,
COVID. I was at
mhm.
home. Sure,
Mhm.
Jan. Sure.
But I mean, Tommaso Ciampa was one of the hooded guys in Retribution. You saw that he didn't get put in Retribution.
That's just
No, he
So
true.
she may be out with the Rona, but that part was for her.
The only reason I
So-
don't think that it's Ciampa is because Shotzi Blackheart actually went after her in that, or them in that ladder match, and we know WWE and intergender is like a no, like
It's a
hardly
big
ever.
no, yeah.
So I would think that the person behind it is a woman because Shotzi actually attacked her and threw her and threw them off the ladder.
Hmm.
But again, could be using that just to kind of pull us off the scent because this is NXT. It's not exactly WWE. Maybe things are a little different, just a little, just a
Just a
smidge.
little.
They're definitely not the third brand anymore.
Oh, we're gonna get into
That's for
that,
sure.
by the way, because that's gonna be the bonus case. We're gonna get into that. Because I forgot about that one. Thank you, Brucey.
Yeah.
Um,
That.
Does anybody have anybody to add as far as suspects? Because I really want to say Indy, but Wendy's shooting it down for COVID, so that brings me back to Ciampa. I can't think of anybody else. Who else would
It
want
would
to
be
help?
funny if it was Velveteen Dream. Like, how are they?
It
How
would,
would they?
Because he
fucking
wants
make that
his
work?
he wants his North American title.
Or if
back.
it was like Austin
Yeah.
Theory.
Okay, that makes sense.
If it was like Austin Theory, just because he has nothing to do and he's tired of jobbing, I'll help Johnny and Candace, whatever.
Well, he's jobbing for another reason.
Well,
Yeah.
so is Dream. If you think about it, they're both jobbing for the same reason. So if he's a suspect, then we got to put Austin Theory in. He's doing even less than Dream.
Fair.
Okay, at least we came up on some subs. I still think Indy number one. Like that's got. I know COVID. Okay, maybe she was home, but maybe that's just an alibi. I don't know. We're gonna have to wait till next week
Yeah.
to see on that one. I'm not as sure as the other cases. The final one.
The one I real quick, the one I read with that, the person who said that was Meltzer, so that's why I'm kind of like,
Yeah,
I don't know if I trust it.
Meltzer was also the one that reported about Thunder Rosa going to WWE, and clearly that was
Yeah.
bullshit. So your
And
track
that's why I'm
record.
like, I don't know if I trust you, Meltzer. So
Okay, so Pete is with me. He's thinking Indy, and we didn't even bring up the lumberjack match with Cassidy and Cody. It was good. Honestly, I enjoyed it, but like,
Yeah.
like it's been done, you know.
This is I don't know. It's gonna turn. They're gonna have their first. I don't think it's their first, but it's gonna turn into a triple threat match with Cassidy, Mr.
Yep,
Brody,
and Darby.
and Cody.
Well, now remember, Darby's the one
point.
getting the shot at Full Gear, so we're talking
Yeah,
Fatal
Darby-
Four Way if you put those two in it.
No, they're not gonna get added to this match. It'll be after.
Oh, you're after Full Gear.
Darby.
Okay, my bad,
'cause
home.
He's gonna beat Darby again.
All right. So
Yeah.
with that being said, our bonus case is obviously last year at Survivor Series, NXT showed up, stole the show, dominated, and walked out. This year, poof, gone. The next case is what the hell happened to NXT at Survivor Series? As if
They
the
stole the
draft
pay-per-view.
wasn't bad enough.
They stole the show.
So you get kicked off the following year?
Yes.
yes,
They were
Yes.
set up
They
to steal the
outside-
show.
because you were too good. You were too good.
Yes.
We didn't expect you to be that good. You were
Yes.
gooder than
Yeah,
we
they
thought you
were-
were going to good. So now you're out.
Triple H made the old
Protect
man look like ass, and he said it's not happening again.
And then got spanked.
Keep your kids on their-
Exactly.
on
Okay.
pay-per-view. Keep
Okay. That could
your
be.
kids-
That could be. Or
Or
NXT has been removed because of this pandemic.
No.
Because I was mad. I was mad about NXT being removed. I love Survivor Series last year. I love the build-up, the whole everybody gets stranded in Saudi. We have like a takeover Buffalo on SmackDown, Adam Cole beating Daniel Bryan. All that stuff was great. I wanted to see that kind of stuff again. And so when it didn't happen, I was pissed. But then I had to take a minute, get myself like turn my fandom off and just think about it. And I thought, this is due to the pandemic. And I'm going to tell you why. How many reports have we already read saying they're worried about pulling off the Royal Rumble because protocol says you can only allow so many people in the ring at the same time? if they put NXT in those Survivor Series matches, 5 people apiece, that's 15 people around that ring. It's probably against COVID protocols. So the easiest solution, remove NXT.
Not in Florida.
Well, they're still
Florida doesn't care. Florida's like the
Listen.
wild, wild west.
Dude,
Florida doesn't give a
I
fuck.
just got done coaching football, and I had 33 kids on my team, plus 5 other coaches on the sideline.
I understand that. Were you in an indoor arena at any point?
No, but they can do it outdoors.
Where are they going to do it outdoors? They got one place to do it.
Bro,
That's the
it's
Thunderdome.
Florida. Anywhere.
I understand, but they're
Anywhere except Daly's
they've
place.
got-
I bet Tony
Right?
would let them use the
They've got-
Jacksonville friggin' stadium.
There's no way in hell.
He would. He
They've
would like
got-
offer it to be like a dick
As far
about
as
it, but
we
like
know.
real nice about it. Because
As
Tony's like
far
way
as
too
we
nice,
know.
so he would just be like, as an olive branch.
Right. Yeah, but as far as we know, they have the Thunderdome and then they have this Capitol Wrestling Center for NXT. Both are indoors. Both have certain protocols they have to follow. The only way they're pulling off a 15-person tag match is if they head to the parking lot of either one. And I don't even think WWE is going to do that. Not for NXT.
That would be kind of cool.
Because they've made NXT out to be a third brand last year, but as time has gone along, do they really look like a third brand anymore? They look like
God,
they've
no.
just been thrown to the wolves, because even as
Mhm.
good as Halloween Havoc was, and it was a good show, it still got the shit kicked out of it by Dynamite. They did better, but they still got their ass kicked. They have basically
won.
been left to get the shit kicked out of them by AEW. They are no longer a third brand. I know people want to believe it. I want to believe it. It's not true. Just look.
Put it back on the network and get it over with.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Put it back on the
Agreed.
network. Let Triple H roll with it like he did before. Bring it back to what it once was, and I'll be a happy guy.
Get your people back for the network. All the people you lost once you put them on
Right?
USA.
Yep.
Exactly. It's ridiculous. Like, yes, they did look like a third brand coming out of Survivor Series, and even going into the Royal Rumble, because Keith Lee made a big impact, and
Mhm.
Shayna and all that. All the people that were on NXT's roster are now on somebody else's, but then dominated the whole 2 of the big fours, dominated them. And then all of a sudden the new year came along and it was like, yeah, NXT, thanks, bye. And it's just gotten worse as the pandemic has come along, as things have changed. It's just gotten worse. So they're not a third brand, guys. I'd love them to be. I would have loved to have them at the draft. I would have loved to seen them pull some guys that SmackDown and Raw aren't using and turn them into like the next Finn Balor, but they won't, and they're not.
I'm gonna give a little shout out here to one of our former co-hosts in the Hobo Clown.
Yeah,
He actually called this when
Yeah,
he
he's been
was
saying it
on
from the
He did.
the show.
He did.
He called this
last year.
Said
He called it.
NXT, yes, he called this last year when they went
And
to
we
USA.
argued with his ass, and we gave him so much shit, and he was right.
He is
Sorry,
right.
Jose, you were right. We were wrong.
He
Mhm.
Walter Mercado'd it and was just like, total Walter Mercado saw the future.
I love
Called
you,
it.
Hobo. We'll send an edible your way or something. I don't know. We'll make up for it somehow. I promise. But on that note, and now all our case files are gone, I think the next best thing to do would be to spin this wheel, which keeps us
Spin that wheel.
spin that wheel. Wheel. Work, damn it, work. There we go. All right, 3 topics left. Let's do this. My heart.
Okay.
All right. And we land on Bound for Glory versus Hell in a Cell, because we've obviously talked about Halloween Havoc a little bit. We've got a little bit more to discuss. So let's break this one down. Which show did you think was better, Bound for Glory or Hell in a Cell?
All full disclaimer, did not watch Bound for Glory, but I did watch most of Hell in a Cell. And by watch, I mean, while it was playing in the background, I was watching reels on Instagram because I was bored, and then I eventually fell asleep. So that's how I felt about that.
So I
Okay, I think that means Bananarama is abstaining.
I
I think.
I have caught my highlights from Bound for Glory. I will probably
Okay.
watch the pay-per-view this weekend. I have yet to watch any single part. I can't say that because I've seen clips on Facebook. Okay, I've seen bits and pieces of Hell in a Cell, and what I saw was pretty fucking foolish.
That's putting it gently.
Yes, it is. I don't know how to take seeing Afa and Sika out there and
Yeah, that was
like
a little odd.
passing the torch to Roman. Like
I don't know
like,
how to take this whole like Samoan mafia thing that they're bringing up, where like Roman is the Godfather, he can just kick people out the family. Like all of a sudden the
Can I
Usos
just
are
say-
Fredo or some shit from the Godfather. Just get out.
When Jose and I were watching this, he was like, but they weren't even chiefs. They were just the wild Samoans. So how can they pass on the chieftain status to someone else when they were? This doesn't make any sense. And he
you know
just
what I
like
wanna
got
know?
really tribal about
You know
it.
what I want to know about that
Very
moment?
ragey.
Okay, so Appa and Sika came out. Whatever, that's cool. We know they're some of the founding members of this, Samoan mafia that Roman's headed up apparently. But what I want to know is, where was Rikishi? Big Keish, he's a founding member too. Where was that motherfucker at? I wanted to see the
he
leather.
was-
I'm pretty sure Jay and Jimmy spent most of their childhood wondering the same thing. Oh, she went there.
Oh God,
he's actually probably he was probably actually at an indie show with the real Samoan dynasty that he rolls with in the indies.
Isn't that odd that like Keish created a Samoan dynasty, and now all of a sudden in WWE we got a tribal chief and this legacy of dynasties he's talking about, and they're trying to make it out like it's some kind of fucking mafia or some shit. Isn't that a little weird that Samoan dynasty been going for like what, a year now at least, and all of a sudden it's picked up with Roman? At least a year or so, maybe 2.
Now here's this the only way that could make this even remotely interesting for me is if Jimmy and Jay's younger brother comes in and joins Roman. That is the only way
that'd be cold,
I could
Joe.
get invested in it.
That'd be some cold ass Samoan
Because,
right there.
I
I
mean,
know I say I'm a cold ass
WWE
honky, but that would be a cold ass Samoan.
They've been trying to sign him, or they've been looking at him.
That's a cold ass Moan. That'd be fucked up. But
Yeah, I think
apparently,
that'd be
I'm
the
the
only
only
way.
one of the 3 of us that actually did the fucking homework, because I sat through Bound for Glory and Hell in a Cell. And
Sorry, my guy.
no, it's fine. I'm just saying.
I tried watching Hell in a
After
Cell.
watching
I made
both-
an effort.
After watching both, I have to say, show hands down. I'm with Brian. I'm with PETA. I'm with a few other people at our chat. Bound for Glory was by far superior. They had better matches. They had better moments. They had better comebacks. I mean, James Storm showed up. There were a bunch of people that came back.
From the highlights I saw, I agree.
It was shocking to see EC3 lose, but then it wasn't shocking thinking, well, maybe he's not going to stick around, or where is this going to go? It was definitely interesting to see. Like, he changed Moose. Like,
Yeah, that
like
kind
the
of pissed me off.
EC3 changed Moose like the Fiend does with people, man. He was a totally different person Tuesday. I was like, holy shit. So there was some impactful moments, no pun intended. There were some great moments like the Havoc Kamrana that I saw and I lost my fucking mind over, when Havoc gets a hold of a 400-pound man and gives him a friggin' flying head scissors. It's like, where else are you going to see that? I was the only disappointment was Jordan Grace did not win the X Division title. I was very upset about that one.
Yeah.
She kind of got screwed a little bit. I was kind of upset, but the rest of the show was beautiful. I loved it. I wasn't even mad about Rich Swann winning the title, because it was one of he was like Rocky Balboa for the night. He took a beating and he just kept getting bloodied and battered and more hurt, and he just kept fighting back till he finally got that win. So there were like literally tears in my eyes, and I don't even like the guy.
Who won the tag titles? Was it the North?
The North got him back,
The North.
like I
Did
said.
get it back? That's what I thought.
Like I had said. And then of course we did have a weird moment where for some reason Kylie Ray just no-showed the pay-per-view, and we still don't have an explanation. So I don't know if it's just like a contract thing, or if we should be worried about Smiley Kylie. I don't know. But
I appreciate that on Tuesday they tried to be like, oh, well, she was probably betrayed by her former best friend.
because
Like,
we
great
had
cover, you guys. Great
Sue
cover.
Young. We had Sue Young as a surprise appearance
Yes,
to take on
yes.
Deanna, and then she won the title. And they came up with this whole story on the fly that, like, well, when Deanna broke Susie's arm, she brought Sue Young back, and now Sue Young is coming for revenge and took out her friend on the way to do it. That's pretty clever Impact, especially last minute.
Yeah.
So I felt him on that. I definitely
I'll
like
give
seeing
him A+
Sue
for that.
Young. I was upset about Deanna, but you can't be because it's Sue Young. She's fucking awesome. I'll take her over Susie any day. Like, she's fucking awesome. But Hell in a Cell, I'll be honest, I could sum it up pretty quickly. Bailey and Sasha stole the damn show. If it weren't for them, the whole show would have sucked. Flat out.
That
The
was a good
whole
match.
show would have fucking sucked.
Agreed.
Randy Orton wins the WWE Championship on his third attempt, so Randy is now the Johnny Gargano of WWE. Congratulations. Fuck you, Brucey.
I just did it to piss you off. I don't care.
I'm gonna share that clip from last week just to piss you off.
I didn't find that appealing.
I'm
No.
actually, oh, no, I'm not even going to get into that right now because it's on the wheel.
We've got another topic for that one too, so I'm not gonna get too far into that. But the show, like, it just kind of sat there and crawled along. And Bailey and Sasha had a tremendous match. Congratulations
They
to
did.
the
I
Balls.
think that's the only match I actually paid attention to, kind of.
It was honestly maybe the only match that we had that was really worth paying attention to. And oh yes, thank you for reminding me, Peter. We even had Swoggle show up at the fucking Battle Royal. Swoggle! And he did a
Bless
mini
him.
Doomsday with Tommy Dreamer. It was great. There were so many moments in that show. I can't put them all into this show.
Tommy's fat ass.
On Randy winning the title, Kirby says, "Sucks to be you, Dom." Yeah. Go make some merch. I'm playing.
Wow.
But yeah, that's about the best way I could sum it up. Like outside of Sasha Bailey, Hell in a Cell was kind of a snooze fest. But I will say it's an improvement from last year because one of the matches didn't end in a no contest. So you had a low
You got
bar.
that going for us.
You hopped over that low bar. Congratulations, WWE. Way to go. Good for you. Anywho, let's get back to this damn wheel. Which for some reason
that wheel.
Bound for Glory. Okay, we got 2 topics left.
Yep.
Let's get up in here and let's spin this wheel.
All up in there.
All up in that wheel. All up in that wheel's ass.
All up in it.
All up in it. Let's go.
Kirby says no merch for you.
Save me some money. Woo! Halloween
Havoc.
Okay, so these are sort of about the pay-per-view, but they're also about Halloween. It's 2 topics in one because I'm clever like that.
Nice.
I think we'll start with an easy one. And I got to make sure I have my sound up. So give me one second. Okay. Very easy Halloween question. Candy corn, keep it or kill it?
Kill it.
Keep it.
Oh, wow. Okay. So Brucey says kill it. Wendy says keep it.
Keep it.
Anybody care to explain or?
To be fair, I am like just a straight up sugar junkie. So I don't know if my opinion counts for much in these situations. The only things I won't eat are black licorice and black jelly beans. But other than that, if it has
I'm not a
sugar,
licorice person.
I will eat it.
I'm definitely not a licorice person either, so I feel you. And you are a sugar junkie, and I don't know how much your opinion counts, but my opinion is candy corn is the garbage of candy. Kill that shit.
Well, crap.
See, quick question. Real simple, real easy. It's just, Kirby says keep it too. You 2 are soulmates.
Thank you, Kirby.
The
She
pumpkin
is indeed my
corn is
soulmate.
amazing. Okay, the pumpkins.
Oh, the
aren't
pumpkins
terrible.
are disgusting.
Like they're a little,
So good.
but
So
it's
good.
not that much of an upgrade. It's but no, just kill it. Sorry, kill it with fire.
Burn it down.
Oh, so
Okay, so
delicious. I love
if
those.
we've learned anything by this question, is that men hate candy corn and women don't, because Kirby and Wendy are like, keep
Peter,
it.
what
Brucey
is
and I are
candy
like,
corn?
kill it. Dude, if you don't know, you're a lucky guy. That's all I'm saying. It is the nastiest.
You're
candy.
missing out. You're missing
Google
out
that
on
shit.
life.
You gotta
Google that shit, homie.
order some from Amazon, Peter.
Don't save your money. Google that shit. It's
Do
disgusting.
it.
No,
It's fucking
Do it.
everyone has to have their own opinion.
No, they
Let him
don't. It's
let him
fucking
form
disgusting.
his own
You
opinion.
have to get them, try it, and
Is that
put
a
it-
circus peanut?
Yes,
I'm
it
trying
is.
to I'm trying to save him.
Oh.
Wow.
Right?
I'm trying to save
Keep
him
it.
as the British would say, I believe, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. I'm trying to save him a few quid. Okay. I watch a lot of British Top Gear. You hear this shit.
Yeah, he does.
I really do.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
knows. He sees my DVR, YouTube TV. I watch a lot. Oh, okay. So that was a good, quick question. I'm sure maybe we'll get some more comments on it in the chat. But yeah, Peter, save your money. Trust me. Next question in Halloween Havoc. All right. We're gonna go with what do we all? Because even PETA had asked us this question, and since it's the belated birthday boy, I wanted to put it in. What do we all think of Pat McAfee, aka Pan Blanco's new faction?
Pan Blanco.
Love it.
Pan Blanco.
I love it. I love it.
Oh, it's so awesome.
I'm all about it.
I'm digging it. I'm just wondering, like, what the hell is the connection? Is Pat just paying these guys, or do they all just hate the Undisputed Era? Because, like,
Well, if you remember, Roddy turned on Pete Dunne when he joined Undisputed Era.
Okay.
That's right.
And you
And-
know what? Common thread. If you go back to Ridge Holland, which Pat brought up in the last on Halloween Havoc, they were all in NXT UK at one point. Between Pete, Danny,
Mhm.
Holland, and Oni Lorcan even went over to NXT UK for a while, and that's where he got the team of Danny Burch.
Mhm.
So maybe they all just kind of formed up there, and then Pat kind of drew them over to join him.
Yeah.
So there's that common thread. And the Roddy thing, which you're absolutely right about. I had almost forgotten that it happened so long ago. Like, how many tag team championships has the Undisputed Era won since? Like 92?
They've won like 3 or 4.
At least.
Uh,
But yeah, I'm not sure. I know we all gave Pan Blanco a little credit for his match with Adam Cole, but when he came out and said he had the greatest debut in wrestling history, I almost choked myself laughing so hard. Like, just nah, bro. Nah. I mean, it was good, but was it really the greatest debut in wrestling history?
I think it was the best athlete debut outside, like someone for their
like crossing
first
over
match.
into wrestling.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I can agree with that. I can agree
You
with
mean
that.
to tell me he was better than Mongo McMichael?
Listen.
No one beats Mongo.
Yo, do you love how I kept a straight face till the very end on that one? It was hard.
For you, good for you.
The shit I have like when I remember watching WCW and seeing Mongo and the Horsemen and not realizing
thinking
how
why.
horrible he was. Like I never even really realized how
when you saw
horrible he
him-
actually was.
When you saw him
Until
with
I
that
see
group,
his
though,
highlights and stuff now, and I'm just
because
like,
you saw him with
oh
like
my-
Flair and Anderson and Benoit, and they're all like, they look like pro wrestlers in suits, like
Yeah.
they belong. And then you look at Mongo with the big ponytail and the goofy redneck grr face, and you're like, why?
Yeah,
Like,
agreed.
fuck what he did in the ring. You just saw him with the rest of the Horsemen, and you were like, dude, you don't belong.
Dude,
You wearing a
everything
varsity
about him.
jacket? Like, no, get out.
Everything about him, though, like even when he was in the ring, out of the ring, cutting promos, botching the whole thing, you're like, why are you near a wrestling ring, my man? Get away. Go, shoot.
There were two reasons. One, he was a big name, and two, his wife was fine. End of list.
That was it.
I didn't know who the fuck he was until I heard him talking
Yeah.
about his football career
Oh,
on
I knew.
WCW.
I knew Mongo because my dad was a huge fan of the '85 Bears, and he was on that team. So I knew him from the jump. But I just thought, well, maybe this guy can wrestle. He was kind of athletic, and then I saw him, and I was like, nah, he can't.
Like the
Can't do a
biggest-
damn thing.
The biggest reason I didn't like really realize how horrible he was, and well, how horrible 90% of the WCW roster was, is because I was too busy watching The Rock and Stone Cold.
True.
True.
Or at one point, the NWO, like, I didn't give a fuck about Mongo. The NWO is here. Who's the third man? I can't wait. There's always something. Yeah, even Peter has said, their hate for Undisputed Era, and that's definitely a good reason. And I love that Pat tied the whole Ridge Holland jumping Adam Cole for the card, everything into the faction. Maybe if and when he comes back, he'll be a part of that. We have sat here, we've had people ask, we've asked ourselves, like, what's next for the Undisputed Era? Now we know the answer to that.
Well, who's the babyface team in this?
That's the thing. It's like, pick the heels, because we know Undisputed Era is supposed to be, but then you got these guys, and like Lorcan's always.
I like the ambiguity of it though. Like, pick your hero.
Yeah.
Pick who you want to cheer for.
It's kind of
personally, I love McAfee and his bullshit. I'm all about McAfee and Pat and the boys. Like, I love it.
Like, you remember those books we used to read back in the day that you could like put in your own story? You could like
choose your own adventure.
Choose your own adventure,
Mad
right?
Libs? Yeah.
Oh, I want to do this. Go to page 26.
Yeah. That's what this is.
Your own ending. This is kind of that playing out in a wrestling ring where it's like, pick your heel. Pick your heel faction. Yep. That's the one you don't like. If you're into Undisputed Era, then they're the heels. If you're not, then Undisputed Era is. So it leaves a little room for interpretation. That's kind of cool. But yeah, I did like it. It was kind of the NXT's version of like Ali tying the hacker storyline into Retribution, but better because it's not Retribution. So
yeah,
and it's NXT.
Yeah,
fair enough.
Agreed.
All right.
Yeah.
Next question, and this one again is just a Halloween question for us. Name your favorite costume that you had growing up. Like, what was the favorite? What was the best thing you ever dressed up as?
Holy shit!
I know. I have like a tie. Like, honestly, I dressed up as the Ultimate Warrior twice, and I had my sister paint my face. My mom bought like a weird mullet wig and frosted it herself. So that shit was accurate,
Mama
I had like a muscle shirt that my mom built, and it had tassels here. Then I had the big boots and knee pads.
Yo, shut up! Your mom made the shirt?
Yeah, no, my mom went all the fuck out.
Yes, I love it.
Like, sewed it by hand, because I think I had told her in like June I wanted to be the Ultimate Warrior, because I loved him when I was a little kid. I was like 7, and she was like, okay, I'll make you an Ultimate Warrior costume. And I was like, oh no, because it's like when you ask your mom for a burger and she makes you that big weird thing with the vegetables sticking out the side, and she puts it on bread, puts ketchup on it, and the ketchup bleeds through from the grease. But then when you taste it, it's like the best thing ever. I thought I was going to get that costume, and I got something that was dope. That's why I went twice, because it was so good, and I fit into it the next year. I was like, fuck it, we're doing it.
We're doing it again.
and my runner-up was probably a couple years later. I dressed up like Freddy Krueger, and I had the full latex mask, the hat, the glove, the sweater, the whole nine. And the reason first off, it looks so good, and secondly, I had a little niece living with me at the time. She was I'm 9, so she was 3. And she came out the house in this cute little like fairy costume that she had gotten, and my sister had put her in. And when she came out on the porch, I was hiding in the alley. And I jumped out of the dark like Freddy Krueger, just handing everything, raw, and she and peed herself like all over the porch, all over the costume. My sister was pissed. I ran like hell and started trick or treating. I didn't give a fuck. That's why I love that costume. It was that good.
I can't think of like a childhood costume, but as an adult, when you're so House of a Thousand Corpses came out.
Wait,
sorry.
What was it?
No.
Wait, what did Kirby say?
No.
I think Bruce did David Bowie one year.
Now I need to know why she thinks this.
Ironically, look who's behind me.
But no.
Hey.
No.
Hey, let's dance.
Oh, I love it. No. I love it.
Oh, fuck. I'm hot.
So as I was saying real quick, sorry. No, House of a Thousand Corpses came out around my birthday. And so my mom bought me a rabbit suit because I had asked for it. And so fast forward to my adulthood, one year they dressed up as Captain Spaulding. I put on the rabbit suit and I did like the makeup, like I had just gotten beaten real badly. And we went to the grocery store to pick up some stuff for like a party. And without thinking about it, and I'm there and the cashier is like, if you need help, blink twice. And I was like, no, shit, it's just makeup. And I had to like literally show her it was just makeup.
That
It was a costume.
that
Yeah,
happened.
that was one of my
I
favorites.
had something similar with my wife the year before our son was born. I had dressed as a convict, as an escaped convict, and I had the jumpsuit. It was dirty. I put fake blood on it. I had broken handcuffs, do-rag in the front, whole nine, shiv in my pocket, whole nine. And apparently it was too legit because we went to a party. We stopped at a drugstore so that she could use the bathroom. I'm outside smoking a cigarette. As soon as I pulled into the parking lot, got out of my car, lit a cigarette, I had four cop cars just come all the way around and surround me. Just whoop, 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 whoop. And I was like, oh, like I dropped the cigarette, I got down, and they're screaming, yelling. My wife goes, I goes, what's going on? And they're like, ma'am, did he kidnap you? Did he hurt you? Did he rape you? My husband. No, he looks like he from the Richmond jail. We had somebody reported on the loose last night. Blah, blah, blah. I was like, it ain't me. I swear to God, my driver's license is in the car.
Oh my God.
And so they
That's
checked my license,
insane.
they checked my registration, and they eventually let me go. But I thought, shit, if I'm going to jail, at least I'm dressed for it.
You're halfway there.
Right?
Brucey, what about you?
I don't
Gotta
know.
have one. All these years, you gotta have one. I had three.
You like not dressed up, or you just like not a Halloween kind of person?
No. We did Halloween, but it was more like, find what you can and make a costume.
Yeah.
Okay, but you had to have a favorite,
I honestly, I don't remember. I know one year I had it was I was older. It was junior high. Like it was at the point where it was like I shouldn't be going out to get candy, but I'm going anyways.
I'm gonna do it.
So I had this like it was when Crisscross was huge. And
Yes.
I had this,
Oh.
my mom bought me like this baseball shirt and like
He flipped that bitch
short
backwards.
set, and it went together. Yes, dude, I turned that
Love
stuff
it,
around.
love
I did that one year too. We could have done that together. Just be like, jump.
Love it.
That's
Oh, that would have been
Oh,
hysterical. I
That's
love it.
perfect.
I love it.
I'm getting the mental picture of Brucey right now with that beard and a backwards shirt and a backwards pair of shorts.
No, I had no beard. I had long hair and a ponytail,
Wow.
Oh my
that's
God,
an
even better.
harder-
and
That's
it was
an
Oh
all
my
even harder
God.
shaved
mental
underneath.
picture. Because
Even better.
we see Brucey bald head, big beard. You never saw clean shaven ponytail Brucey. So that's like
I don't have any pictures with my long hair.
Oh, that's a shame. That's a damn shame.
I remember one year for Halloween, I went trick or treating with my friends, and we brought my younger brother with us, right? And he's about 5 years younger than me, so he was like maybe 8 or 9 at the time, something like that. He was still a little kid, basically. So one of the houses, it was like a fucking dentist, and he was handing out like little teeth brushing kits. So it was like a toothbrush with the little floss and the children's toothpaste. And we get out to like in front of the house. My little brother's like, "This is bullshit," and he peed on the guy's mailbox.
Sorry, I had to turn my fan on because I'm laughing so hard. You're not helping. Damn, that's a little high. Oh shit.
And we didn't do anything to stop him. We were just like, "This is kind of a bullshitty ass thing to give out."
Peter's watching Impact, and he said, "Watching Impact," and Dreamer just poured a bag of candy corn.
That's right, he did.
That's candy corn, Peta. It had tax in it too.
No, it doesn't. It's so good.
Yeah,
Get to
it's
that
so good
candy
they
corn.
mixed thumbtacks with it. Think about that one for a minute.
Shut the hell up.
I didn't do it. They did. That's what I'm saying.
Candy corn's
All
just a resilient candy. That's all.
Okay.
No.
Let's go on
Circus
to the
Peanuts
next
are
question
resilient
before I
candy.
overheat and die. 'cause
You
this is
shut up.
too good. This is too good.
Delicious.
All right, what do we have left?
We got one left. One left. And that's the one I've been wanting to talk about. And guess what's last?
The final question is, should Halloween Havoc return next year?
As a pay-per-view.
That's what I was gonna. We need takeover Halloween Havoc because it felt like 4 matches, 2 hours, commercials just a little short. They did a good job with it, but I thought they could have made it into a takeover, like a 2.5 hour show, no commercials, epic matches, and then it would have been. But again, They used it to steal views from Dynamite.
That's
So
exactly what they did.
it fell a little bit
And
short.
it didn't work out.
But what they had was good. I think if they turned it into a takeover, like in your house or whatever, it would be great. So I'd like to see it return next year. And I think Wendy's with me because she said on pay-per-view and read my mind. What about you? What about you, High Class?
It doesn't matter. I still thought it was like Taboo fucking Tuesday.
Wow, he gave us the rock answer. He was just like, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
The High Class one says know your role.
And shut your mouth.
All
Here's
right,
my
so I don't really think we need to spin the wheel for this one. Should I do it just for the hell of it, or should we just get into the topic?
Just do the topic.
Do the
Let's
topic.
get into
All right.
it.
Our final topic on the wheel is let him in, and this is pretty much dedicated to the Fiend himself, but there's a little bit more to it. We're gonna start out with the Keep It or Kill It that I posed to our groups on and stuff on social media this week. Bray Wyatt is by far the best gimmick in WWE right now. Keep it or kill it.
It's one of the better ones.
I mean, personally, Brucey's saying keep it. Okay.
Awesome!
And I'll be honest, I gotta say keep it too, because that character, both sides of it, the whole nine, the funhouse shit, the crazy shit, like that's just above and beyond my favorite gimmick. So I'm gonna say keep it.
I'll keep it, yeah.
Awesome!
Apparently, Wendy's making it an official sweep. So keep it.
Unanimous, we're keeping it.
And since we all kept it, fuck it.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
That.
That's no,
I love that one.
I know, there were some people who had said, well, he lost to Goldberg. And I said, yeah, that's booking. I'm talking about gimmick wise. Like, is he the best? Oh yeah, definitely. And looking at the results of the Keep It or Kill It on our social media, about 75% actually said keep it. I'm amazed it's not higher than that, but apparently some people don't like it. That's fine. I thought when I said that, it was just going to be, oh yeah, definitely. I even asked some people, well, it's not Bray, who?
That's their opinion, and their opinion is wrong.
But they're entitled. It's still wrong, but you're entitled.
But you're entitled.
I mean, if the Fiend's gimmick was good, pairing him with Alexa Bliss has made it just that much better.
Yes.
I know Brucey wants to get in on this, but he had some stuff going on in the background. Please, let's let Brucey weigh in.
Get it.
What do you want me to get at?
Just the whole Fiend, Alexa, especially when we found out that Randy Orton was going to be a guest on A Moment of Bliss. And my first thought was like, hey, the Fiend in the House of Horrors and all that. And then, of course, Bruce said.
Yes. Like, me, like Dom was saying, we were talking. I said, how cool would it be if they use Alexa Bliss as like a pathway or whatnot for Sister Abigail,
a vessel, if you will, and use the fact that Orton burned down her cabin and house and all of this stuff. And damn it, if they haven't already, like the whole thing with the Firefly Funhouse and Alexa looking down and getting the heel glove on her forehead and then coming up going, "Let me in."
You burnt the house down.
Yes, you really burnt my house down, Randy.
And then you're like, I'm
fucking twisted smile. I loved it.
I know that smile, that face. It's so hot. I mean, scary. I mean, both. I don't know.
The other thing that would just add that much more to the whole story of Bray and Alexa is down the road she gets a mask, but it's like Sister Abigail, like kind of crazy distorted like the Fiend's mask.
Right.
That's what I was thinking that would be pretty cool.
Because she's developing that like those like two sides of the personality like Bray and the Fiend. So what if she ends up with like her own, mask to go with the pigtails and the and all the other stuff? We have to do one little side note because Peter brings up a good question. He wants to know if Wendy is hot in that banana costume.
No, actually, it is supremely cold in my apartment because they haven't turned on the heaters yet, and I have a window open because I'm an idiot and an asshole like that. So I'm actually pretty comfy right now. Like,
Okay,
I'm
fair enough.
and I'm wearing a lot of layers for warmth, so this is
was-
actually helping.
I had to go turn on the fan because I was sweating in a t-shirt. So
It's freezing in here, man.
just watching Wendy is making me hot.
One toasty banana right now.
All right, toasted bananas. Okay,
Banana
back to the Fiend.
Best storyline going. Best thing going.
It really
Agreed.
is. I'm hoping it eventually leads to the Fiend and Randy Orton again, and
It already has.
as I said,
Yeah.
and as Brucey
get there.
had said, you know, the Fiend is all about getting revenge on people that he thinks slighted him
Wrong
somehow,
Bray Wyatt.
Wronged
hurt
Bray Wyatt. Turned him into this thing that he is now. And Randy Orton is one of those people. I mean, he's a big one of those people. Joined his family, gained his trust, then burned Sister Abigail and her house down. That's like the most wrong of any wrongdoer that he's ever come across.
Oh yeah.
Like if he's
really-
mad at Braun, he's like atomically pissed at Randy Orton.
Yeah.
The Fiend gimmick is actually, if you think about it, his alter ego. And I mean, it's his alter ego anyways, but it's like his Eater of Worlds gimmick in a way.
Yeah,
Like
a little bit.
the Fiend is the Eater of Worlds.
Yeah. Like he
Because
might have
Bray
said
wasn't.
he was as Bray Wyatt, but he is as the Fiend.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
All right, let's see. Oh yeah, Brian had said that Miss Bliss definitely breathes new life into the gimmick. And why am I seeing that? Man, my screen is way behind. Sorry guys. I don't know what the fuck. And PETA had said the Fiend and Bliss are the best thing in WWE right now. So cool. Okay. Awesome.
Yes.
Definitely. Indubitably.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Drew got involved at the end of Raw after the Fiend popped out, and Randy was actually running at Drew to take an ass whipping, as opposed to walking up the ramp and dealing with the Fiend.
That's just fucking crazy. I'm like, you know what? Nope,
Yeah.
nope, gonna deal with something else. Mm-mm.
He had nowhere
I'll
else to
take-
go.
I'll
It was
take the
either
6'5" Scotsman over the
door
crazy
number one
demon.
is the Scottish psychopath, and door number two is the Fiend. Pick one. Do I have to?
So you know what's more manageable? That 6'5", fucking, that's more manageable.
Yeah, at least I beat on him last night, so he's still kind of banged up. The Fiend is fresh, and he's the Fiend. I'm gonna go with door number two. Sorry. And I would have felt
They'll
bad
have
for
some
anybody else, but for Randy, I was like, "Oh, this is great."
And their title match will end
Agreed.
in some stupid no contest. I see it already. It's
Oh,
just
God,
gonna
please
fuck
no.
the whole thing up.
Please no. Please no. Like I just it's bad enough Randy got 3 shots already. Like it's worse than Steiner math. Randy had a 33.3% chance of winning and finally did. You know, we usually figure when guys have 3 matches it's because they split it and we need a rubber match. Kind of like if Aldis and Cody got together. With this one, it was just we're just doing it. We don't know why.
Pretty
It's
much.
Randy. And
He's gonna win 18 titles.
Please no. Please, just please no. Just if there's a
Please God,
God,
please don't let it
please
happen.
no. Please no. 2020 is bad enough. Please no. just no. But that's the thing. Do we see the Fiend somehow taking that title from Randy? Because I love that. And I mean, they could make it, I know they don't, they're not, I know they won't make it red, but they could for the Fiend because, red lights.
No, he's gonna bring back his Fiend title.
Oh, God, no, not that either. That was so ugly.
That thing was horrible.
But I like how they did it though. They did it the right way. Bray Wyatt had the title and the Fiend had his title.
True. Very true. Very, very, very true. But yeah, even the people in our chats are saying keep it, and I don't blame you. I'm all about it. It's one of the reasons that I tuned in on Monday. Once I really didn't have a whole lot of interest in Raw. to begin with after watching Hell in a Cell, watching Randy win. And then when I heard he was going to be a guest on A Moment of Bliss, I was like, oh, I got to see this.
One of the things I like about The Fiend, though, is the separation between the characters of Bray Wyatt and The Fiend, and how The Fiend is so terrifying that even Bray Wyatt is afraid of him.
Yeah.
Even Bray Wyatt is like, oh no, he's coming, and when he gets here, oh no. And I love that separation.
Even Alexa Bliss is like slightly afraid of The Fiend, but she's also weirdly drawn to him, which is just another, another layer to his onion, so to speak. It's wonderful. It is absolutely fantastic. I'm looking forward to more of it. I don't know if they're going to continue this thing with him and Retribution for a while. Let Drew and Randy settle their shit. I hope not. I hope he gets into the title picture, but
Bray Wyatt has more open storylines than anybody ever. He's still got an open story with Kevin Owens.
Mm-hmm.
He's still got an open story with Randy Orton.
Mm-hmm.
Now he has an open story with
Retribution.
And who knows? He might start going after Drew just because Drew is trying to go after Randy, and he's like, "Nope, he's mine." Another open storyline waiting to be had.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is what WWE can do. They just don't very often anymore, at least.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They're actually doing well with this one. This is actually a well-handled storyline, and whoever is the writers behind it, like.
Besides, all that being said, I give them all the credit in the world for The Fiend. He's the best thing they've got going. He's one of the best gimmicks and stories in all of wrestling right now. And, regardless of what happens to him, whether he loses to Goldberg or ends up losing his title to Roman Reigns and never got pinned nor got a rematch, but Braun did, go figure. He still just bounces right back and gets right into people's faces, and you just want to pay attention. So WWE's doing a good job with that, regardless of booking or whatever else. So kudos.
Oh yeah,
he's been over since he became Bray Wyatt. And no matter how many times they've tried to stick it to him or have him lose his momentum, he just gains it right back.
Again, I know we always go back to Rusev, but if you think about it, Bray Wyatt has been over regardless from the very beginning. Like everybody with the Fireflies and singing "The Whole World in Their Hands" or in his hands and all that. Like people loved him, and they just kept burying him, and people kept loving him. They didn't give a shit, and so he was technically the original Rusev, if you want to go back that far.
Yeah.
Like we'll give you chicken shit. You'll make chicken salad out of it. People will love it. We'll bury you and repeat process. And so it's nice that at least this one got a payoff into The Fiend and into what we see now as opposed to Rusev. But it's still Miro Day, folks. So fuck it. Enjoy what you got. Enjoy wrestling.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Because even Halloween is Miro Day every day.
Every day is Miro Day. It's just appealing.
I see what you did there. I see what you did.
You're good.
Yep.
You're good. And on that note, I think it's time to end the show.
Sounds good.
So, if High Class doesn't need to stretch this week, please give us the social medias.
All right, you can find us on Facebook at Top Rope Wrestling Talk. We're a publicly traded Facebook group. And just come on, invite yourself. We'll let you in. We will let you in. And come talk wrestling, join our threads, join our forums, join our title tournaments, do whatever. Have fun.
Yeah, answer the keep it or kill it, join our polls.
Yes.
We do a lot of stuff for y'all. I'm just saying.
Also, merchandise, t-shirts,
merch,
masks,
buy a hoodie,
mugs, hoodies.
Hoodies are available up to XXL now. We only had large, and now we got up to 2X. So big dudes like me can rock ones.
You can find us on Facebook at TRWT Merch. Go on and talk to the merch maker. She'll get you some stuff made up and sent out to you.
Custom.
The
way you want it.
Shirts, mugs, hoodies, all of it.
Masks,
lipstick, and ladders for the ladies.
Ladies apparel too, because we love y'all.
Ladies.
And you can also find us on Twitter at Top Rope WT. Come on there, just shoot the shit with us. We know we like to share our stuff. We like to share other podcasts and wrestlers and talk and shoot the shit and have fun. Kind of like we got a book face.
Yeah, we got a great following there. It's a little different. We get a little bit more interactive with some wrestlers and some other podcasts on our Twitter. You can see all those that are following us. Follow them too, because they're great. Like Clark Street especially. We all love Devin. We had him on the show. We're talking about bringing him and Hafiz in for Survivor Series if they can make it. They're great guys. Definitely listen to them. And they have a great podcast. They just started a YouTube show. But speaking of podcasts, Miss Bananarama, can you tell everybody where they can find ours?
Yes, I can. You can find our Oh So Ripe podcast on anchor.fm/TRWT. There, we are broadcasted across a bunch of platforms. You can find us on. You can find us. You can find us on Stitcher, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. If you go to iHeartRadio, you can find us there, but you're gonna have to look for us a little harder. But you'll find us on iHeartRadio.
Yeah.
Once you find us, listen to us, rate us, review us, share us, do all the things with us, and listen to us. Listen to us when you're in the car, when you're jogging, when you're supposed to be watching the kids, but you're like, F them kids.
When you're hiding at work and you're trying to get away, you need something to like make you laugh while you're on the computer or something. Just pop the headphones in. Nobody will know.
Yes, listen to us when
I do that a lot, or I did
all the time. Just listen to us all the time. Do it.
And I do have to apologize to our podcast listeners because I might have hit record a little late on this one. I'm sorry, guys.
Halfway through the show.
It wasn't halfway, but it was a good chunk of the intro and stuff. Like that probably got left out. My bad, guys. Technical difficulties threw me off. Sorry. I'll do better next week, And if you want to see what you missed and you're listening to the podcast, come to Fox Den Productions on YouTube. Subscribe to us. You'll see our episodes there. You'll see a huge TRWT playlist. We've got some smaller playlists for Mutant Rejects and Drunk Upon a Time because they haven't been done in a while. And we're trying to, revamp, get some of those going again if we can and we get the free time. But this is definitely the flagship of Fox Den. And just subscribe, ring that bell so you know when we're live, so you can join our audience, like guys like Kirby and Brian and Peter. They're all nice people. They don't bite. Yeah. Come join. It's fun. And that's all we have. So
that's it.
So everybody have a happy Halloween.
Yes.
Stay safe out there. Wear those masks, even if they're not costume. And above all else,
stay fresh, cheese bags.
Yes.
Keep those peels ripe. Bye, everybody. Thank you.